Hello everyone, this is Norlyn Oligosarma, your licensed immigration consultant. Ang ganda ng araw sa labas. It is so beautiful. Anyway, just to let you know, I have a client under in-home caregiver program. She was refused with her application for permanent residency because of her English exam. Hindi po siya nakapasa sa kanyang English exam. However, we did the reconsideration. So, as what I always say to everyone, refusal doesn't mean it is end of the world. There's always an option. There's always a way. So we did the reconsideration and we prayed a lot. We're hoping that this will gonna actually be approved and the immigration officer will reconsider the situation. So I want to read the reconsideration letter with which actually the reason kung bakit po etong aming fight with my client is ni-reconsider. So here we go. Of course, I address to the Case Processing Center in Edmonton, Edmonton, Alberta, reconsideration. So this is my cover letter, compelling, powerful cover letter. Dear Officer Blank, on March 22, 2024, we got the applicant listed above's letter of rejection. She responded in a depressed manner. Her first thought was of her family, whom she had not seen in the 5 years since she had left the Philippines. The refusal was based on the below. For applicants who have acquired 12 months or more of full-time work experience in Canada in an eligible occupation, NOC 4411, with the exception of foster parenting, the applicant must satisfy an officer that they have attained a level of proficiency of at least 5 benchmark in either English or French language, which are the official language in Canada. For each of the 4 language skill areas as set out in the Canadian language benchmark or the Niveau Compétence Linguistique Canadiens in French, as demonstrated by the results of an evaluation designated by the minister. That must be less than 2 years old on that date by an organization or institution designated by the minister for the purpose of evaluating language proficiency under subsection 74(3) of the regulation. So that was the reason kung bakit po na-refuse. That's the reason why the application was refused. To continue with my cover letter, she has made every attempt to pass the English or CELPIP exam. She took the exam on June 13, 2021, the first time around. She decided to take the risk of applying in the hopes of being able to retake the exam while being processed, which she did on March 30, 2023. Her application was submitted to the IRCC via web form on 2023-8/3 at 12:29:36 a.m. And on Thursday, August 10, 2023 at 9:57 a.m., she received notice that her application has been updated and added to the file of the application for an officer's review. Kindly review the emails that are attached. So she actually, while she submitted an application for permanent residency with a failing English exam, then she took a chance and while doing the process, she submitted the application on January 1, 2023. While she's doing the process, she retake the exam and she passed and she submitted on August. And it was received and added to her application. So during those time, it was actually, if you think about it, the processing period, she got the passing English exam. She has had to accept the sadness of her family being apart for almost 5 years in order to eventually be reunited with them in Canada. While adhering to the laws and procedures of the Canadian government, paying her taxes on time, and continuing to work in spite of the epidemic and economic downturn in Canada, she hoped that waiting would be better. However, learning of the heartbreaking news of being denied permanent residence was obviously terrible to her, particularly with regard to her family's reunion in here, Canada. We humbly ask that you grant her request to have her application, for which she has been waiting for years, given another chance, please take into account her English exam, which was turned into the IRCC on August 3, 2023 at 12:29:36 a.m. via web form. Additionally, you will see the notification on August 10, 2023 at 9:57 a.m. indicating that the applicant's file now includes the passing English exam from CELPIP. Despite the possibility that she won't be able to preserve her temporary residence permit status in Canada and that her and her family's better future may be lost, she continues to hope and have trust in the immigration system that her file will be reconsidered rather than waiting another year to reapply. Please forward this reconsideration letter to the Humanitarian and Compassionate Ground for a second evaluation if you are not satisfied with my letter. This may be another opportunity for her to receive the hope that this devoted foreign worker, mother of her children, and wife to her husband deserves. Thank you for your kindness in reading this letter, and we are hoping that you will consider every word we mentioned here for the sake of the family of this applicant. So that was the compelling supporting letter that I attached when I asked for reconsideration from us for the immigration. So that's why it's very, very important, everyone, to take into account all the records from the immigration, because they can make a mistake. They refused the application based on the first application with her English exam. However, we resubmitted that passing English exam, and they did not have it. They didn't see it. So we tried to actually get a record, even the minutes that they received, the seconds that they got it, and how they added it up. So there are some notifications from the immigration. So the officer missed that information. That's why the officer refused the application. So when we submitted the reconsideration, right away, the officer came back to us and approved the reconsideration application to them and return back the processing for PR for this family, and then go ahead for the permanent residency. So as what I always say to everyone, there might be a refusal on the way, but don't give up. It's not because it was already refused, it's already been like end of the world. It's not. There's always a way in getting a reconsideration appeal. So those things, it is a lot of heartbreaks, it's a lot of process, and it's a lot of money when you do all these things. But at the end of the day, we are just looking for the possibility for you to be reunited with your whole family. Imagine she has 3 kids with husband, away from the family for almost 5 years, haven't seen them in person. But at the end of the day, it is a beautiful story, a beautiful information. So that's what I'm saying. When you get refusal, you don't give up, you don't lose hope, always try your best, and seek a professional when this happens. Again, this is Norlin Oligo Sarma, your licensed immigration consultant. Have a great day.